Welcome everybody to the Hangout portion of our social cafe. And this evening we've been talking about the Infusionsoft tool as well as list building. So we have the specialist. Specialist is a big enough word to describe who I'm about to introduce, but the woman that knows it all about list building. And I'll let her even say the wonderful word that I just love saying. That's her brand. And so without further ado, we have PJ Van Hull with us. Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Or is yes, it PJ Van Hull.
Okay. Yeah. Excellent. PJ Van. Welcome, PJ. Good to have you on another show.
Thank you. Very excited to be here.
So, yes, I'm trying to say it, so I let you say it first. But this wonderful challenge that you put out there.
Oh, it's the List-a-Palooza 90-day list building challenge. It's a free global online event where you can go at the URL right here in my lower third, list-a-palooza.com, and join an awesome global community of fabulous entrepreneurs. And the challenge is, can you add 10,000 subscribers to your list in 90 days? It's not a guarantee that you will, but it's like, hey, let's go for it. Can we do this? It's like this wild, crazy goal, you know? And what I do know about List-a-Palooza is even if you don't hit 10,000, focusing on it for 90 days, you'll definitely add more people than you would otherwise. So I think it's pretty cool. I also do talk in the open ceremonies call, which the replay is available if you're jumping in after it started, about what are the 3 components that need to be in place to make that a realistic goal. And if you don't have those 3 components in place, then how do you adjust your goals, and what's the best way to approach the challenge?
Excellent. See, the reason I wanted you to say it is because I didn't want to take all the fun away, but I don't think anyone can say List-a-Palooza without a smile on their face.
Well, it's a fun thing, and I feel like I really hit it out of the park with this one. We all get lots of business ideas, but this event has really been magical, and I think that the magic starts with the name. I meant it to be like a big summer list building party, and I'm playing off Lollapalooza, which is the music festival, right? So I thought, well, what if we bring that festival energy to list building and make it fun and make it a challenge, and all, support each other in growing our lists.
Well, you certainly do make it fun. I've been participating, and I have to say, I love to sign up for challenges and things like that. And then somehow I don't mean to, but somehow I get busy, you don't show up, whatever. But I have to say yours has this element of fun that I won't say other people don't have it, because I'm not going to be down on anyone else. But I mean, you do capture that festival feeling.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that one of the ways we do that is we really involve the community. It's not just like a telesummit where you just listen to a bunch of interviews, but we have people participate on the blog as we're going through the training calls. So everybody's in the conversation. We have a very active Facebook group. We do these power hours once a week where we all jump online at the same time and implement one particular list building tactic and get to know each other. And so these amazing connections are formed where we see people forming friendships, JV partnerships, signing up for each other's programs. And I've met some amazing people through List-a-Palooza. I think that's how we met. I don't know if you, I don't know if we came to some other channel, but I think it was List-a-Palooza. So, like
that's
I said,
it's
been a really magical event. I've met wonderful people who have become close friends and clients and JV partners. And when I set out to do this, I only intended to do it one time because I thought it would be fun, and it really had nothing to do with my business model at the time, but I wanted to get better at growing my list even bigger. And so I thought, well, this is a way that I was participating in the challenge right along with everybody else. I'm like, let's do this. And this way I can be growing my list and learning and having fun all at the same time. And then people were like, well, when are you doing it again? And I was like, well, I wasn't really planning on it, but I guess I could do it again. And now as we're doing this interview, I'm actually just at the beginning of the 4th year doing List-a-Palooza, which just blows my mind. But it's gained this amazing traction where we have a lot of people joining for the first time, and we have a lot of people coming back for the 2nd, 3rd, 4th time, which tells me that they're getting value from it. And that makes me really happy.
Yes, absolutely. I was going to ask you how many. I'm really having an interesting hair day today. I say that, but it's because my hair is just getting so excited about what you're saying. That we're trying to go. No, but I was going to ask you how many times you've done this, because I know I think I only I purchased one set from, I don't know if it was your first one or your second one. It probably the first or second, but yeah, you've done this a few times.
Yeah, it's the fourth time. And if you're tuning in here and you don't know what you're like, wait, I thought PJ said it's free, and then Deborah just said she purchased something. So it's
Oh.
free to participate in the challenge. And if you want to upgrade to the List Building Success Kit, which is the recordings of all the training calls along with a marketing stats tracker and a client attraction blueprint, then you can pick that up for 90% off during the challenge for only 27 bucks. So a lot of people do that, typically over 1,000 people a year. Pick up that kit, and then they just like having it handy in their success library. And I know for me, for 27 bucks, I like, it's worth that just to have the option to listen to it. So I feel really good about offering that. It's a way that I feel like I can be super generous, and it still offsets the costs to me of putting on the event. So it feels like a really huge win-win, and it allows me to show up and be generous in this global community. So that's really working for me, and that's part of the magic of this event.
I think that's brilliant as a business model. It's brilliant because for the people that are really, really strapped, that are, wondering where the next meal, they can do it for free, and that works. But for some of us where it's like, I missed one and I thought, okay, you don't have to buy it yet. And then I missed the second one. I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of feeling guilty. So I'm just going to go, I'm just going to go buy it, because then I know that if, God forbid, I have like an afternoon nap or something, I can still catch up and listen. So I think that's a great option, and it's very affordable for many of us.
Yeah, I think the key takeaway here, if you're tuning into this, is when you're offering an event, when you're offering a program, when you're building your business, you want to do it in a way that feels really good to you. I've had people give me crap for not providing the replays for free, and I've had people give me crap for not, having the replays be $500. And I'm like, look, I am giving you a ton of stuff for free. You get all the live calls, the power hours, the weekly accountability check-ins, the Facebook group, the interaction on the blog, 3 months of my life, and like, I am happy to do that. And then that is that, and then that's it. I need to do something else beyond that. And so, but here for 27 bucks, just have the recordings. It's super cheap. Like, even if you only listen to one of them, even if you don't listen to any of them, but you just like have the option, it's worth it. So that feels really in alignment to me. And some people are like, oh, you're devaluing it, and I kind of agree. I think that I could easily sell it for $500 to $1,000 if I was like making an offer from stage, because it's really hot and it's really juicy, and there's a lot of content and great tips that I've used and other people have used to blow up their lists and their businesses. So I think the value is there, but just making it that super crazy easy yes for people feels really good to me. And so you don't have to provide something for $27. You can do the whole thing for free. You can do it for more. But the thing that I want you to take away from this call here, this hangout here, is do what makes you feel really happy.
See, I love your philosophy in life. I just want like a whole PJ hour. And by the way, guys, you got to tune in. If you go to webtoolstv.com, you have to listen to the Web Tools TV episode with PJ, and she tells her story. It was, I didn't think I could continue. It's so inspiring. It just makes the rest of us just want to sit there and listen and listen. It'll really, I promise you, it will move you. So I will put a link in this video, and you can go there directly. You can check the description. Otherwise, go to webtoolstv.com and definitely watch that, and you will be moved, I promise.
Yeah, I cried, and I knew the story already.
You must be like called to speak at different. I mean, just telling that story, that turnaround. I mean, that there's so many other people that have gone through difficult times with our downturn in 2008, especially, and then you must be called on to speak and tell your story.
Yeah, I do. I do a lot, and one of the things that really pulled me out of the challenges that I talked about in that other interview, so make sure you go check that out. But one of the key takeaways was to really focus on showing up for my people instead of focusing on my challenges. I saw this movie, It's a Wonderful Life. Have you ever seen that?
Mm-hmm. The old version? I mean, not to say old, but
yeah, the old version, yeah, black and white. So the guy, this guy's having all his challenges in life, and then he gets an opportunity to see what would life be like for the people in his community if he had killed himself. And you get to see like what a contribution he's been to their lives. And my life was falling apart as I watched this movie, and I was just like in tears. I was like, oh my God, oh my God. And so I think that we all have these like other than conscious agreements with people. There's people who are just like our teachers and our healers. I've been to like 8 different chiropractors and finally found the one that, when he adjusts me, it's just different. It's just awesome. Well, all the other ones were fine, but it wasn't the same. Same thing with massage therapists. Same thing with mentors, business coaches, relationship coaches. There's some where I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like I like Tony Robbins, but there's other people who I'm just like, oh, when they speak, my life transforms, it's just different. And so if you've ever had that experience of someone being like your person, and you just know, then the opposite is true, which is that you are that person for someone else. And if you don't show up, if you're stuck in your own challenges and your own issues, and you don't show up for that person, they don't get the healing and the transformation that they need. And so I really started focusing on how can I show up for my people, and that helped me move, not be so worried about my challenges and make a bigger difference, which then, of course, impacted my life in a positive way too. So that's something I'm pretty passionate about that I wanted to share with you.
You just are so full of excellent advice. And that's beautiful, especially for people like, and I sense, obviously you've just shared that, so I know that about you, but myself included, where it's like, we want to give. And sharing that piece of advice to understand where that perspective is so helpful, because then we won't get caught up in something that is actually, like you said, you're removing it from somebody else that's not benefiting from whatever it is that you're giving to them.
Yeah. So where should we go from here? How can I help?
Because I just want to keep listening to PJ. Hey, since we're talking about list building and tools, we're covering a couple other tools these weeks on the Social Cafe series. Let's talk a little bit about Infusionsoft, because in case you guys haven't watched the Web Tools TV episode and you don't know this, PJ is also a power user for, and probably like close friends with the company Infusionsoft, and recommends them. So go ahead and tell us a few tips and things that you like about Infusionsoft and why you would recommend that as a list management tool.
Well, I'm a rabid fan of Infusionsoft because it allows you to do a lot of cool ninja internet marketing things that other tools don't allow you to do. And where this comes from me, just so you know, is one of my core values is freedom. Freedom, growth, adventure. Those are my top 3. And one of the things that I learned early on is that systems set you free. And I had heard people talk about systems, but I didn't really know what they meant. And so there's 3 types of systems. There's physical systems, which is where you put stuff. And when you have good physical systems in place, you can find everything easily. So you don't have to spend an hour looking for your keys or your phone, because it's always on that hook, and everything has a place, everything in its place. There's information processing systems, which is how you handle all the information that's coming at you, email, Facebook messages, phone calls, mail, how you process all that stuff. And then there's business systems, which is a repeatable process that ultimately produces a profit. So that can be scripts, it can be templates, it can be checklists, it can be flowcharts. And what Infusionsoft does is it allows you to systematize and automate a lot of your marketing and follow-up, which creates freedom! Woohoo! So right now, as we're doing this interview, people from all over the world are signing up for my List-a-Palooza and getting messages from me automatically. They're getting all of the information to participate in List-a-Palooza without me having to send those emails. They're immediately getting sent to the offer to upgrade for the List Building Success Kit for 90% if they want. That takes them to an Infusionsoft order form where they can say, yes, I want that, enter their information. The kit gets sent to them automatically. Money goes into my bank account automatically. And so, this is all set up. So, money is coming in whether I'm working, sleeping, or playing. And right now, I don't know if you know this, but I'm actually engaged. I'm getting married.
Oh, congratulations.
Later this year. And so doing a lot of like wedding planning and having fun with that. And so, I'm spending time with my fiance, spending time on business projects. I also, unfortunately, my grandma died a little over a month ago, and I'm putting together a whole photo montage for her memorial service, and like going through all these old photos and stuff. So, while I'm doing all these things, people are signing up for List-a-Palooza, signing up for the List-a-Palooza Success Kit, money's going in my bank account. They're all getting followed up with automatically. And I love that.
And a big chunk of that is, well, I mean, obviously it's you because you're so wonderful, but a big chunk of that, as far as what you're talking about systems, Infusionsoft helps to take care of a big chunk of that for you.
Yeah, so it's payment processing systems, it's follow-up systems. You might have heard the fortune is in the follow-up. And here's what that actually looks like. 3% of the people in your target market are actively looking for what you offer right now. 30% of them are just never going to sign up no matter what. Don't worry about it. They're not your people. But that leaves 65% of them that might not realize that they have the problem you solve, or they might not realize that you have the solution, or they might not be aware of you, or they're not quite ready for some reason. But if you stay in touch with them, they might actually sign up. So most people focus on that 3%, the low-hanging fruit of people who are ready now. But if you stay in touch with that 65%, let's just do the math. Let's imagine that within a year, within 12 months, those people buy something from you. You've just increased your sales by 2,223%.
Wow.
That is a fortune, right?
Yeah.
Now let's say I'm 90% wrong. You've still more than doubled your sales. You've increased your sales by 223%. And one of the easiest ways to keep that follow-up is to automate it through Infusionsoft or other email marketing systems. But Infusionsoft will allow you to do a lot of automation that other systems don't, and get really specific with your people. And I mentioned some of the tips that I use in the last video, so make sure that you go and watch that on list segmentation and how to personalize your marketing to people.
And you took the words right out of my mouth on that one. It's like, yes, you definitely have to tune in and check that out.
Yeah, so I have to I'm just going to call myself out here. I suck at follow-up. I try so hard, and naturally, just my natural inclination. I have an artist's soul, which means time can kind of just dissolve and get away from me. And I'm not actually that tech savvy. I've forced myself to learn these things, so I can be kind of like, woo, But, I would want to send follow-up cards to people, but I would forget to buy cards. So anyway, now I'm kick-ass at follow-up because it's automated.
You can't fail there.
People can request on my webpage, okay, yes, I want your newsletter. Yes, I want your speaking tips. I want to join the List-a-Palooza. And all that stuff goes out automatically. If they're interested in having me for a speaking gig, if they're interested in becoming an affiliate, there's follow-up emails for all of that, and it all goes out automatically. So it makes me look like I'm totally awesome at follow-up when it's the system that is awesome, that I've set up.
Yeah. Don't tell anyone.
And then I also have, even, sending birthday cards to my clients is something that's important to me. I really want to acknowledge them for their birthdays. And so what I have is I have their birthday as a field in Infusionsoft, and 7 days before their birthday, Infusionsoft sends me and my client care team an email saying, so-and-so's birthday is coming up in 7 days, send them a card. And it includes their name and their address and all the information to go send them a card. And so now that actually happens consistently because that automation is in place. And then I use another tool called Send Out Cards, where I have, some pre-written birthday cards and gift cards ready to go. So I just log in, find their name, with the information Infusionsoft sent me, click Send Campaign, and now I'm done. So now it's happening, and people are getting a nice birthday card with a nice gift card from me if they're in my programs. And then it sends me another email the day of their birthday that says, give this person a call, or, write on their Facebook wall, or acknowledge them somehow. And so I might text them or call them or post happy birthday on their wall, because I really want them to feel seen and acknowledged. And, acknowledging their birthday in that way, I think is, it's like an extra special touch. And
it's pretty darn special.
And Infusionsoft helps me be consistent with that.
Excellent. Wow. See, this is why you need to sign up for List-a-Palooza, because PJ has more tips than what fit in, any fits. Think about grammar here. Any 2 shows that we put on. So definitely go find her. And with that, could you tell our audience where to find you?
Yeah, if you want to check out, I have a lot of wonderful resources and free articles and stuff on my main website, which is realprosperityinc.com. And if you're curious about the List-a-Palooza 90-day list building challenge, then you can see the URL right here in my lower third. It's list-a-palooza.com, list list-a-palooza.com and join the challenge. We'll have a lot of fun together.
Excellent. Thank you so much, PJ, for joining us. I really appreciate having you here and your energy. This is just wonderful. So thank you.
Yay! Thank you. This has been great. I hope you guys have gotten a lot of value out of it. Come connect with me on Facebook and through List-a-Palooza, and we'll continue this relationship.
Sounds excellent. And thanks, viewers, for tuning in, and join us next week, same time, same place, for another Social Cafe. Thanks all.